good afternoon and good morning, everyone. And I'm Venkatesh. I'm having 23 years of experience in IT industry, and especially in low code, the platform starting 2008. So started with Pega API and OutSystems. Even I worked in Camunda and all. So I've been associated with Kissflow. So it's 8 months now, and I head the pre-sale solution consulting in this firm. Happy to walk through you this demo, and I hope this would be helpful for you. How we have structured this demo, we go with few minutes about the introduction about the Kissflow, what is the low code, our low code application platform, and then the claims by the high level workflow we would like to bring it, so that what to set the context what we are going to demonstrate on the claims. I want to keep it the claims demo for about 10-15 minutes max, just because more than a flow, because everybody, I hope you guys are from the insurance background and you have vast experience in this. More than that, how this sort of a workflow can be built in a low code application platform like Kissflow, right? How easy it is to manage it. So that is what spending a little more time, so that what is in it with something, if you are looking, I hope you will be getting at the end of this session. And then finally we are keeping question and answers at the end. So any questions or anything, feel free to share it to us. We would like to answer it then and there. If not, we can record it and we'll take a note and we'll share it post this call. All right. So Kissflow, which is about the name, describes from keep it simple and smart. So that is our objective. So any process, any automations, we would like to handle it in a simplistic way of handling, so that whatever the complexities, it can be getting nailed down into the medium and simple. And at the end of the day, it's easy to automate the given process by the business users. So that's the main objective. So it's been 11 years in the industry and 10,000 customers, which is the remarkable numbers what we have achieved across the globe. So we have almost all the regions customers there, and 95% of our customers are managing the workflows by themselves, right? So it means the platform is capable for a business users can build the applications by themselves. It's nothing but the citizen development, right? Some of our customers which we are servicing on today, and whereas there are the lot, but just picked few for your reference. If please refer the website for more customers and more customers success stories if you know about the Kissflow. We have been recognized as leaders by G2 in all three spaces, BPM, DPA, as well as low-code spaces. Even the Gartner, if you look at it, the review what we have, the user experience in terms of platform review, which comes 4.5 out of 5. And then we are, as the getting into the low code, the citizen development aspects, right? So initially, the 10 years ago, there was no low code, no code or anything. It has been, it's been asked as do it yourself, right? So how easy, a customer can build their application by themselves. So that is what it is. So later, the concept has been evolved. And then now we are talking about citizen development and low code, no code, and all those aspects. But there are 5 aspects what we are showing ourselves, differentiated ourselves in the competition. The first one is the end-to-end process automation. It doesn't mean the Kissflow can be automated on a certain the core processes or the supporting processes. All your core processes and peripheral processes, we should have one platform to configure it. Right. So usually in some of the industries, they use some of the, for claims, for example, have seen in my past experience, Pega might be used or something else being used for automating the claim. And there are any lightweight, process to automate, they get into, another platform, because it requires a lot of skills as well as the initiative in terms of the investments and all those aspects. So Kissflow will definitely beat those challenges. Ease of ramp up. which is pretty much, I would say that building any applications on Kissflow is like a cakewalk for a person who has gone through 2 weeks of training from us, right? It doesn't require any programming skills or anything as a prerequisite. If you know, IT background or something, we should able to enable in 2 weeks, so that you should able to build by yourself on an end-to-end application on Kissflow. Because from the design till the architecture of the design and the implementation, everything, we are ensuring the simplicity on all the aspects. Time to market, of course, Java, J2E, and .NET, all those, the stack development, when we are bringing, taking years to build a claims application. So later, some of the BPM or anything comes, it takes about 6 months, 7 months to build a claim application. I'm just giving one example. But in Kissflow, even, a couple of months or max, 1 or 2 months, we have built it, the claims application for our customer. So what I mean is, so anything which we build, here you can count it in days, and rather where you count it in weeks or months in other things. So that level of, easy to develop any applications on Kissflow. Scalability, yes, which is microservice-based architecture. Of course, any services you build, it can be exposed to API as API, without any configuration. And similarly, this has been three stacks as mainly I would like to call out in our architecture. One is the React, which comes on the front end, the middle layer, the whole engine, right? So the workflow, as well as the low-code engine built on Python, so which is known for AI as well, right? To build any sort of AI activities, AI features. The third, the database, which is the MongoDB. It's a NoSQL DB. So I've been used to know MongoDB or the NoSQL DBs even for a multi-million campaigns which we have circulated in some of the customers as well. So that level of performance is a guaranteed performance. As we get the concurrent load on the system, or even the architecture wise, it's been pretty scalable, cost effective. So the firm has been 11 years in the industry on the low code space, and been registered in US, the headquarter in Chennai, and we have about 500 people are working on this engineering side. So pretty solid setup we have, and that's why we are able to gather our the customer base across the globe. Coming to the what is there in the platform, right? So the main aspects I would like to highlight about 6 modules, I would say: boards, process, apps, integration, collaboration, and reports and analytics. Anything, all these can be stitched together. So that's how it is. And each module has its own capabilities. For any case management or any, incident management, ITSM related to automation, we can go with the boards. And similarly, for any structured approvals like claims, we are talking about claims here, how we can do it. And also this takes a process to build it on a process, so that it you can get into the approval mechanisms, sequence, parallel, parent, child, all those aspects we should be able to bring it on this. Of course, there are certain from the process during this approval mechanisms, we want to outsource some level of work for a third party or something, or especially here as a field inspection or something. You can integrate with the board, and that work can be assigned to the board, and it can be tracked separately. And then apps, which is the low code part, the board process, which comes under even the integration and all, it's completely on no code, right? So the apps comes as a low code, where you can build your custom dashboard, or even the scripting, what you would like to have it to enhance further, right? So in the app, so everything we can able, and access management we have to configure on the landing pages, who has to access when, and all those aspects. Everything we can do it on apps. And integration, we provide 40 connectors on the fly, and also has an access to the REST API and SOAP API, the integrations, and SSO we support the Google and Microsoft connectivity. If something you want to connect another SSO or something like that, if you have a SAML based, we support that as well. Other than that, the integrations of the DocuSign and even the Slack or all those sort of chat messengers or even the CRMs, all we used to connect. We have a connectors to integrate. Collaboration, two ways we are coming, implement, we have this feature. One is as a chat engine, which is coming as part of the platform. Excuse me. It's coming as part of the platform. So you can have chat engine on both, to communicate between your employees and all. And similarly, the collaboration on a transaction, you have raised a claim request, getting into a, the document validation team or something. There is some communications. They have a communication mechanism which you can do that. If you know Pega, we will say about Pulse sort of a thing, but it is more than you can send an attachment, and even you can send a notification to the sender. So all this is very powerful. Reports and analytics, where it help you to create the reports for particular process or boards across the process, across the boards, across the applications, and can get you the holistic reporting mechanism. What we can address the challenges we see on the customers, right? The first thing is it is very much interconnected with the differentiators which I was talking about, the 5 points. First thing is the one platform which requires, right? So when you have multiple platforms, when you have multiple process, you are using various tools and techniques within the low code platform, or even some custom build and all, even the cards, but you use cards for a certain time, and down the time the future enhancements or making any changes become nightmare for you to implement any changes at all. So that's one platform which help you to do all your process automations, and that also specific to organization and customizing towards the organization requirement, right? So that is the main thing. And second thing is the ease of implementation. When you say ease of implementation, one is in terms of implementing, in terms of the how easy you can making implementing in days or weeks or the time to build it, right? That's one. Second thing is the skills of the people. So when you have the skills, you don't need to look for any highly experienced or highly paid people from the market, and then attritions handling or even retaining and all those things, all those people to build in your day-to-day activities. So that is completely can be eliminated, as this is all it requires about 1 to 2 weeks training to enable any new person. So that is how our customers and partners are managing the applications by themselves. So that's what I would say. Then any changes to look at, right? So nowadays, we all learned from the COVID time, right? So any new changes or anything, there are few, we never expected a COVID and something will happen, certain, sort of situation. But later, everybody has to adopt at the same time. The industries also started rolling out the schemes for the COVID relevant and all. It's very important that how rapid, how, fast we can make our changes into the system, right? So I would say that in our customers in Kissflow have rolled out the changes in days time, not a week or not a month's time, right? So that level of simplicity and the fast which customer enables themselves to bring a new changes on the platform. Scalable platform, as I said, for the future requirements, the market trends. So with the platform which almost is having aligned with the market trends. So today we are enabling WhatsApp, social media integration, chat messaging integrations and all. And tomorrow something comes, the platform should scalable to do an integration with that. Similarly, any new features or anything, there should be the updates on the product side. It keep rolling out as the new features, so that the customers can be in the competition among their competitors, right? Assuring ROI, so it's a value for money, and it's when you compare with any of the competitions, the Pega, Appian, or OutSystems of those lines, it's definitely value for money. And we bring on the table not only the cost of the licensing or anything, it is also the implementation and support matters a lot in terms of the savings for the customer. Coming to the insurance claims, and before that, I would just like to have a small poll to understand myself about how we are doing this. So Megha, can I request you to raise this poll?
So a lot of you are looking for solutions, I guess the demo which we are going to show after this will be really helpful to you, all of you. Over to Venkat, you can go ahead.
Thanks. Yeah, thanks, Meha. So the reason which we have asked for it, right? So this is something what we have interacted with our customers, and also multiple customers having multiple tools on their the landscape, and finally they end up that looking something more in the in the market and keep buying, and then the utilization of that platform is not having it, right? So reason it could be the fitment issues of the future trends, or it could be the skill set issue within the customer side also could be the possibility. So, but one thing is what we want to bring it on the table is that in terms of process automation point of view, have core process or peripheral, as I said. So it's one platform which can enable you to, build it, configure the process for automation point of view. It could be insurance, not in respect to any industries or any industry in the manufacturing or banking or anything in insurance, but it is across the industries, right? What we are bringing on the table, we discuss about it, as I said. So this is the high level claims, as we brought up, which is having from writing from the request, which has three verticals on the healthcare coverage and auto claim, and then healthcare claim and life coverage. However, the process and steps what I see here, just for putting as a simple flows and all, and I'm not talking about or debating anything about how it should be and all. It can be customized organization to organization, there's no question. But the main key aspect is, if this is what we want to show you, that how this has been built and how easy to build as well as configure this sort of a flow, as well as to have it as one solution for an integrated custom claim application, right? So that is the main objective. As coming to this, here we have auto coverage, healthcare life coverage. Similarly, the inspection validation, third party if it is something more damage happened for the vehicle. Similarly, priority, the queues for the VIP customer. Similarly, high priority claims. So that's something we should able to look at it. Okay, so I'll just move on. Just give me a minute. I'll move on to the So when you see, this is the claims insurance portal what we have, and this is something for a admin who can look at it and all, right? So as I said, the modules has about 6 modules, where this is the low code sort of a version. That means the dashboard, you can have a dashboard and you can custom your landing page how you want, with the menus and with the options and with the dashboard. And similarly, you want to see the operations further, you can have the dynamic cards which show you the progress on the fly. Similarly, the graphs, whatever the claims which settle and claims, all those sort of the views you should able to make it. And if you want to see in terms of any further what do you say, the summary in terms of the aging of the claims, how many claims you have, inspection of the status, if it is a third party, how much which is on their plate and all. And similarly, the step performance, right? So each step you have claim stop process, each step what is the average time taken, and how many completed, how many rejected, and all those aspects. And the user performance, how many, what is the role who has played it, and how many they have performed, and still how many they are having, and how, if it is an SLA which has been set, we can also see that how many SLAs are overdue and breached and all those aspects. So this is the step performance, user performance, and everything. You should able to configure it um, without any piece of code which you would like to say that. So, and then when I'm just looking at the um, navigation first, right? So the navigation will help me to configure it as the home, and then the dashboard, and will give you about the claim in progress related. And similarly, the task, how many the task which I have and for the approval, and then the customers, which the policy administration which we are having it. So this is something you can also have an MDM sort of aspects to manage your master data. In case if you have your MDM separately, you want to integrate, we should able to do that. So that any claim request or anything, it is very important to know their policy, access to have an access of the policy so that we can initiate the claim from there. And then here we are also giving about the master, which is the policy master, which will help you to add any new policies or modify any policies and all this for admin. So we have it. Even admin can have an access to configure any roles for this application, or even there are any new users or anyone to be added, we should able to do that. And also we can have certain level of various the thresholds, for example the claim value threshold or something. So based on, we can set the value based on this. We can also change the workflow, how dynamically we can bring it on this, right? So what I'll do is I'll take few minutes to create a auto coverage. So here, what you see here is the national IDs which has been masked. And so two things which I would like to highlight in the security point of view. So we compliance with all world-class securities, right? So ISO 27001, and the data, whatever been stored, which is encrypted in the database. And similarly, if you want to mask certain data to the the end user, we should able to do that as well. So coming to this coverage, I'm just keeping one uh, sample record. I'll just keep some things, the 20,000, and then if there are anything I can bring it. So if it is something, I'll just go away. I need to attach some. Done. There are some national IDs I need to attach. I can do that. Then I'll submit it. Right. So what we have done is now we have just submitted a application, and also have a I would like to share it, but it takes some time. But I can see you that. So I have a claim number generated, and I'm getting an SMS also. Similarly, if you want to integrate with WhatsApp or anything, we should able to get it. And in case if I need it as an mail, I can see a mail which is coming up saying that the a claim request which has been claim number and has been raised, and all those aspects. So since I'm an admin, I just have created over here, and just a minute. So suppose in case if I need to have any sort of any sort of external user you want to expose it, right? So this is the different view I can create from the external user. So the external user also can look at it. He can has it various pages, how we want to design, we can design it. He can also raise a new request, which he can get into a new claim form, and he can fill in. Or and also he wants to track it further, right? So any of the items which he has tracked, we can do that. In case if customer or some of the validations, or if somebody has pushed back during the flow to the reason to the user, we should able to do that. Yeah, so I'm getting into the flow. If you look at it, this is the process automation for a claim request which we have raised it, and this is the main the flow as part of it. What we have seen, it's very similar to that. It has three parallel process. After document validation, we have auto claim or healthcare claim or life claim. So accordingly, it will get through that. Since it is an auto coverage, based on the inputs and the policy, it will get into the auto coverage process, right? So anytime we can look at it. In case if I have some communication and I need to attach something, it's sort of a collaboration mechanism which I need to work, I should able to do. And by default, I can do a, I can have all these, and it's up to my preference whether I need to disable or enable these visible, hide or show this, the buttons for the action. So if I want to send it back, I can, send it back to the customer. Similarly, reject or approve, I can proceed it. Right? So I'll just approve this. I'm just considering I'm validating the documents, and since I have an admin, I just want to show various roles. So after documentation, validation, it will get into inspection team. So now if you look at it, so now the documentation document validator I've submitted. Now I'm getting into the inspection team, right? So at the same time, there is a At the same time, there is a message also. I'm looking at it. I'm getting a message stating that so and so the claim number has been things, and then the vehicle inspection and update the damage details. So this is the message which is coming to the inspection team, so that they can get this as an alert and they can able to look at it. Okay. So and then I'm looking at this. So where the predominantly I see the damages is pretty high, and then I will get into a third party the field investigation or inspection as well, right? So now the third party will get in. So meanwhile, I'll also estimate some level of amount which I need to provide. Then I'll make a submit here. So I'll take another 2-3 minutes, and then I want to unlock the platform and show you that how we have configured this, and also that would be helpful. So now what happens is, now it is with the field investigation team, and also there is a field investigation. There is a mail which I have seen. So there is a mail which I am looking at it, which has been under inspection team and all those aspects. Now I'll also the third party field investigation team also, let me look at it. So if I have a mail, so I have a mail received to the third party. As soon as they got into that, please do initiate the field inspection, and also based on this claim number, they can access the they will have access only to this, right? So what we have seen the three personas. So one is the admin who have an entire dashboard and everything. Another one is an external user. You can look at it only the options to raise the request, and also to know the status of the request. And third is something a third party field inspection team. They can have a boards. So in this boards, what we have seen, as soon as we, it is assigned to his queue, and he should able to get a new the claim number. He can see the claim number which is created, and where he can update his details. For example, just keep it data over here. And if he has any findings and all the inspection photos, he can make it, and he can just look at it. The amount also, he can look at it, all those details. Yeah. So I'm just changing it to either my manager to review, or I'm just doing it as a closed here, right? So what I've updated the amount, the London, and all those details. Now I'll close this. I'll get into I'll get into the field inspection, the case now. If you look at the case, and there is a space for the field inspection. So the moment, the moment which we have, the board has been updated and moved into the closed state, all the data which again we are carry forward here. So it means the board and the process we have integrated here to show you how it is. And then if you look at it here, we are again here in terms of field inspection, and later based on the priority which has been chosen in the form, it will get you to the standard or VIP or high priority. But since it's auto coverage, all other the flows have been skipped, and a health claim or life claim or anything, right? So it will get into finance team for the approval further. So now it will get into the appraiser. Then I see the appraiser. The appraiser will able to look all the details, and finally he will put the amount what based on the investigation he got it, and then it gets into submission, right? So each time we can enable the notification as well. So here we have finance team, and then it will get into the finance team, and this is the last the step of the process which I'm going to approve it, right? So even if I have to do some signature, I can do that, and I can just submit it. So in terms of signature, right? So I'm just going to explain further on the fields, advanced fields or whatever. So Kissflow allows you to add your signatures by yourself. You can also store and you can import over here, or you want to integrate with DocuSign or some leading signature, other mechanisms you want to implement it. You should be able to do that as well. So I've done this, implementation, and now if I look at it, so this is the latest mail what I have received it. So stating that the claim request has been successfully processed related, and also with an attachment. So this is again the document which has been generated thing. So I have to in the form I have not shared the bank details. Otherwise it would have picked. So whatever you see, the claim number and the name and then the policy number related, and similarly the amount what has been finally submitted, all these things pick dynamically from the form. And this one you can have some level of the bank details or something which I didn't enter it. If I can make it mandatory, I would have not missed it. So that something would have come here. And then as a signature, what is currently this the finance team has put together. So this is the template, everything, the document prepared within the platform and also generated at runtime based on the inputs, and it will be emailed to the customer. What I'll do now, I'll get into the platform. I'll edit the platform. As I said, I would like to show some of the key aspects of the platform, how it has been built, right? So first thing is the about modules we are talking about it, right? So the data form, which is something, and input feeding the master data, reference data, which is part of your process which are required. In case you don't want to feed the master data or anything, want to integrate at runtime, we should be able to do that as well. Then the boards for this scenario, the third party, whatever have updated and made it. So that is the board, what we have seen it. So this is very intuitive UI. So I can just push, for example, if you want me to look at it, I can just do like this. Even I can create some level of sub items when I do need to do some sub items. Within sub items, I can I have to create some sub items, and also I want to assign it to somebody, also set a due dates or target some SLAs. I should be able to do that, right? So that level of simplicity, as well as it's very important to have track record for all the things what we have been doing it over there. And then and then the process, which is very powerful in terms of automating your structured processes. So here we have done a form which gives you all drag and drop, right? So what you see here, which has a basic fields and also advanced fields. Sometimes if you are building some application, if you are not sure about some level of the fields or something, in case what you want to look for a suggestion from over the internet, so our AI engine will look and will suggest you what are the fields or possible fields which you can able to bring it over here. And similarly, we'll talk about the workflow. In the workflow also, when you create a workflow, we have an option to suggest AI suggested workflow, so that it will give you some level of clarity that what is the industry practice for an insurance claim, as to go with the set of the steps which we need to follow, which we need to follow and all. So, and then when you talk about the claims and whatever you see, the green, which is completely auto generated field, and whatever you are seeing the sections, which is something we have to build as a raw sections. And let me refresh it. We have to build as a raw sections, And later, when during our permissions, I can build the permissions as well. Yeah. So when you look at it, the workflow, so the workflow, which is something you might have heard about BPM and 2.0, we believe that we are bringing much simpler and easy way to handle a workflow to automate any processes, right? So this process modeler will help you to build the process flow how you want it. You can have a sequence flow, one after another, or you would like to make a parallel branch, right? There is no limitation in the parallel branch. So we have an LOBs tomorrow, you would like to add one more LOB, we should be able to do, or some other insurance or some like underwriting or even renewals or anything you would like to add it, we should be able to do that. Within this, again, you can have the set of sequence steps or anything, or further you want to have a parallel step, how we have added here, we can able to make it, right? So there is unlimited level of things, and each form, when it gets into that, and it's very important for us also to assign to whom, which step to assign to whom and all. We have to create a roles initially, and then we have to assign it to this role. And everything is drag and drop. We have not written any piece of code to implement this application, right? So, and then you want to, usually it is only one assignee approving, we can move forward, or you want to look at it for a group of people, you want to assign all the, you expect all the assignees to do, we can do that, or at least you can configure that at least how many assignees have to approve it and all that we can do. Or system can have an, you can take an option using round robin or least load and all those aspects. And then if you want to have some checks, want to have when you want to build it, you should be able to do. Again, it's a form builder, but it's not much coding here. You have a fields which are available, system fields as well as the form fields, which is coming as part of the forms what we have shown you. Then based on that, you can create your arithmetic logic to bring you to have at the end of the day, the return should be a boolean, so that it will decide whether the flow should be skipped or should be executed or something like that. And also it has some functions. It's a very simple Java script functions. We have libraries for that as well. You can use this to concatenate any numbers or date, to format any date time as you required, to get a random number and all those aspects, to get a date differentiation and all. So whichever is very much required, we should have it. Other than that, right, that is what the no code coming into picture. So other than that, if something you want to write a complete logic, which is not here, I want to just implement a logic over here and all, definitely if you have a JavaScript, you can write a logic over here. And for that also, we have plenty of libraries which are already available to have the functionalities and all. You can import those functions and can write it. So all these you can say help docs at kissflow.com, which is pretty much the documented how to use, how to write the scripting, how to create the configurations for a portal and everything. We should be able to we have described there. You can refer that as well. And coming to the last one of the step is the SLAs. You can have and you can set an SLA for days or months or hours. Even I can if it is if it is days, then I can also set it a notification or escalation. Based on this notification or escalations, I can decide whether I want to reassign to someone so that I can able to do that. Similarly, you want to have a scheduler to be configured. We should be able to configure a scheduler, or you want to what do you say? You want to take some level of actions at the time, at the during some the process, when we are entering into the process, or when you are exiting from the process, the step, sorry, when you are entering into the step, when you are executing the step, all those things we should be able to do, make some logics, and we can send the notifications through email, SMS, chat, WhatsApp, or even whatever the mechanism you would like to have it, right? So this is the in terms of workflow, and this is all about will help you to give a permission who can look at it when this step comes, right? So some of the steps you want to hide it for somebody, some of the steps you want to enable for it. That's all we can do that. Then reports, there are a lot of reports you can have it. So these are the reports you will be creating in the process side. And from the process, when you create a dashboard, you can just import this report on the dashboard. And then PDF, I just have one sample PDF template for this, for this solution. but we can have a number of PDF which can be configured. We can create a new PDF and which we can able to configure. So as I said, at the end of the claim settlement confirmation, you might have seen a document. So that document is generated from this template only. So the bank details or even all the things will be picked from the form, and it can, it can be placed and sent to customer. And then there are the permissions we have. I'll get into again. So these are the process related, right? So similarly, in case if you want to have in the form, which I just missed it, in the form, I was talking about the advanced fields are related as well. The basic fields you have, and the advanced fields, whenever you can take it, you can have remote lookup. It's very powerful. In case you want to runtime, you want to integrate with external APIs or something, you want to get either JSON or XML format, we should able to format and compose it there. Signature, we spoke about the finance guy who can do that. Or even you want to have sequence number or the smart attachment, which is completely aligned to the OCR capabilities, right? So smart attachments will help you to read, for example, an invoice, as a scanned copy of an invoice, it can read and it can extract the text and it can populate it. Very powerful. And also the receipt, you have something, we can do that. So this is a very extensive, and we have an open, the connector as part of this, or inbuilt connector as part of things for a document AI of the Google product. So we can integrate with them and we can enable this product even much easier. And Google locations, as I said, we can have any Google map, which we can integrate with the Google map to get the coordinates. Based on the coordinates, you want to open up the file, especially the field inspection and all, right? So the application should open only on this field, right? So that time this coordinates will be helpful. So you can capture the coordinates and align to some document or some form. If the coordinates matches the form or anything, you should able to open and the guy can able to do that. Scanner, it's about it's about the barcode scanning. So you have any machine, any manufacturing or any instrument or anything, you want to have a scan the code and want to bring it, we should able to do that. Other than that, as we discussed, we have a roles. What are the roles you can configure? You can start with the role first, right? So first, how many roles you wanted, we can create a role, and similarly, then you can create a process. In the process, you can have a form and then workflow, and then the permissions you can set it. So once this is done, you also need a landing page or something. By default, you'll get a landing page, but you can create a landing page what you would like to. What you would like to do. So these are the landing pages what we have done. This is completely built from the scratch. You get a set of the process. Sorry, this features. Using the features, you can just design how you want it and all, right? So there is no constraint over here. This gives you about a lot of flexibility in terms of adjustment, padding, and all those stuff. All, as I said, so all it requires about 1 or 2 days of enablement for pages to design, the pages comfortably for you, and also that level of simplicity it is. Then the process, anything, the reports or items which you have created, you can drop in here. It can be stitched together. The landing page can have all those reports and all. And then similarly, you have analytics. If you have a custom component, right? So outside, if the look and feel, I don't like this, I want some other look and feel or something. If since something you want to, but it should be compatible with HTML5 and CWS3, so that it's easy for revolution and all. And then you can have this in what do you say, you can import it here and you can use that also. So as we create the page, you can also able to test it. This is how it looks in the web, and whatever we bring on the web, it is also by default is available on mobile as well, right? So all the forms and all, you don't need to worry anything. So whatever you build a form, which is 100% as it is, it comes. But in pages, you just need to be cautious that how to give a padding, so that that also is part of the configuration, right? So that you can see a look of in the mobile, how I can look my page on my iOS or even Android devices and all, right? So if it is more information, so you can see in this lot of format. Yeah, so the entire applications you build it is mobile compatibility first of all. So any devices in the gadget you want to access it, we should be able to do that without any configuration. And similarly, what we have created here as a process, for example, you want to expose this process, by default it has been exposed, right? You can create some two steps actually. There is an account ID you have to generate. If you can able to generate the account ID and authentication key, and which we have a format that also available as part of help docs and kissflow.com, where you can also find how you can expose the APIs by using the URL to other systems. We should able to do that also. So there are the customers. You using Kissflow for full-fledged creating the forms as well as the workflows and then all those aspects. There are the customers you want to use this as a headless and the backend, but still we have to create a form, which is an easy way to integrate with bringing the workflow. But you can using this APIs, you can expose it to them, and as well as they can leverage the services and they can get it. Integrations, very top class integrations. As I said, here we, for example, now what I said, I have an SMS notification, right? So we where you configured with the Tiblio for SMS, and similarly for WhatsApp messaging and all. So similarly for each emails or anything, by default we can configure it here, and we can decide it when the integration has to execute based on which scenario and all. We should able to make it very powerful integrations. We have close to about 40 plus connectors which are available, and more than that, you want something to REST APIs and all available, we should able to integrate it. Even you want to have it SAP or ERP systems or anything, which we usually integrate for ERP and all as a wrapper, the system for building the workflows and all. So this is the gist of the platform as well as the application, how it has been built and all. I'll stop here. So that we have 9 more minutes. So I would like to hear any questions from your side, so that happy to answer those.
That was a wonderful session, Venkatesh. Before we go to the Q&A, we just wanted to share something very special. This is an exclusive giveaway for all our attendees joining us for this live demo today. So this is a free trial to for up to 30 days of our Kissflow platform. I will be sharing that in the chat box. So this is for any one of you who wants to explore how the platform is and try things out yourself. So you can go ahead, register yourself in it, and we will provide you with the free trial, and you can explore the platform yourself and see how it works well for you also. So I've pasted the link in the chat box. We can wait for 2 minutes before going to the Q&A. Whoever is wanting to try the free trial can go ahead and register for the free trial. We'll just wait for 2 minutes. I think we can get started with the Q&A as well. For those of you who are trying out the free trial link, please go ahead with it. We will start taking up the questions now. We have a couple of questions flowing in. Um, Venkatesh, you can have a look at it.
So does Kissflow integrate with Sun systems, finance systems? Do you have customers who already integrate with Sun? The customer base is very large, so we definitely take a note and we'll get back to you if we have any customers and all. Of course, we can't share you the customer, but to say yes or no, honestly. But financial system, we have done it. We have integrated the financial system. For example, if you have the financial system and you have certain, if you expose any services on REST API or anything, we should able to integrate very much, right? So that is something is possible. If but for the customers who are already integrated with Sun, that's something we will get back to you. We don't have data at the moment. Is the demo solution available for review offline? The demo solution is a gist of how easy to build a low code, right? So the form, the workflow, everything it took us to build in 3 days max, right? That's how it is. And another 2 days for the landing pages and the various configuration. So within a week, this sort of a complete end-to-end solution can be built. So that is our challenge we are keeping on the table. So I've worked in my experience on the low code as citizen development and all, but this is a real challenge what we are keeping. You will be, please opt for the trial version, and it's very easy to build this sort of a solution by yourself. And we can also, if you have any queries or anything, we reach out to our marketing team. We are more than happy to help you out to work with you and to build this solution for you, right? We will be having another demo.
Yeah, so we have our demos every month. So we will be having another demo next month. We will definitely include you. Please do write down your email over here so that we can include you for our next demo as well.
Great. So the trial, sign up. There is a link which shared by Meha. So kindly, click on here and enroll it, and mention about this demo during your enrollment there, and we will definitely reach you and will provide you an access for the 30 days. One important thing which I would like to say you, when we are talking about 6 modules in the platform, what you get is the full version of the access for the Kissflow 4.0 version, right? It has no code as well as the low code. But for any peripheral processes or even a core process on certain level, you should be able to configure without piece of a code by yourself using our no code platform. The forms, the integrations, it works everything except the dashboard. That's what it is, right? So that the dashboard is all about for MIS views and based on landing page, based on the different people. And for that also, you can create a reports in no code. So you should be able to do that in no code, but further you want to have an enhanced one, you can have a no code features. As I said, probably a 5% you would require to write some JavaScripts to enable those dashboards or the calculations within the dashboards. But whatever the trial version you get, it has access to everything. And our documents are up to date. You can please refer the documents, help documents, and you should be able to quickly try it out by yourself. Very good thing. The price varies. There is no standard price as per user, per things and all. We definitely usually work closely with the customer, understand what is the usage of the customer, what is the requirement, and how many users they are using it. Just because if they're asking for 50 users, 100 users, but ideally the 100 users are not regular users, and there is no point of asking those pay. So we would usually get into that's the next level conversation, right? They have to satisfy with the platform first, and any doubts or anything, we are more than happy to clarify them. But that is how it is. And then further the pricing related and all, but it is very, very competitive in the market, right? So if you know about Pega, Appian and all, it's very expensive, right? If something $1 million takes you for Pega and Appian, for an example, for a licensing or anything, it will take you about 200 or 300 K for this. So that level of pricing what we are coming up. Similarly, if something is taking about 500K for an implementation or thing, here it will take about 50 to 100K or more, maybe less than that. So that easy it is to build it and all, right? So, and then I think, okay. Yeah, we have something like portal users, external portal users, right? So the light users, we are talking about rare users or thing. So one is the regular light, there is one more also, that is especially for external portal users, right, who will be accessing very rarely, about once or twice in a month or something, or probably few very less frequencies and all. That's something we can discuss once we get into the next stage. You like the platform, that is very important. You let us know, we can talk about further on those discussions. So Kissflow is a platform, right? So in terms of the major claim system integrations, it's a platform, and we trying industry specific solutions. More than a solutions, I would like to say that accelerator. So that this accelerator, you can take it up as a customer your things. So you can run it as it is with some few configurations. If requires further enhancements, we can either a partner or even our professional services, even the customer IT team, or even the customer, if we have get a chance to enable them, they should able to build it on top of it. This is not a solution, again, this is a platform, and it can integrate with major uh, um, major external systems and all. If you are looking for a system integrator or something, that's something we can discuss at later point of time. So we can connect through the blue prisms. We can connect, and also we can connect through through REST APIs. We should able to connect it. But if there are any specific connectors or anything coming, that's something we usually work with the customers and we can build it. But this is our promise that in 2-3 weeks we should able to bring a connector, right? So that level of aggressive what we are in the market. So anything we can work up, we can bring a workable solution for that. So data analytics, honestly, if you are looking for reporting tools, sort of a thing, Tableau or something similar to that, Kissflow is not for that. Which is a low-code application platform which can bring you a decent level of reporting. You can pivot tables, you can build. You can build a tabular view of relevant, and even you can build of certain what do you call the pie charts and all those aspects. But you will not have a drill down sort of functionality, which is something data analytics Tableau sort of a tool which usually has it. So we'll not able to. We have channel partnerships available, and that's something, if you have anything related, probably you can reach out to a marketing team, and so they will get back to you more on those lines. I think we are on top of the time as well, clock.
Yes.
So thanks team for all your time which you have spent, and I hope the session is helpful. Looking forward your trial. You can do. You can experience the low code, powerful in power. The power of low code of Kissflow yourself. So looking forward to work with you all in the future.
Thank you, Venkatesh. To all the attendees, I have reshared the free trial link on the chat box. Please go ahead and register. We are so sorry we did not see that it is not appearing for all of you. And for any other further questions, and if you want to reach out to our marketing team and like help you out, reach out to the right person. You can write to mega@kissflow.com. I have shared my mail in the chat box again. Please go ahead and do message us if there are any queries, any more further clarifications with regards to our demo. We will be really happy to help you out and make you reach the right person who can help you with your problems. And I hope this session was very informative and interesting. It looks like it is because a lot of you have asked a lot of questions as well. I hope that you all have a great day ahead and hope to see you guys again soon. Thank you.